Hello everybody and welcome to my top 10 Sinnoh Pokemon list. I haven't done a top 10 in a long time. My last video was a list. So yeah, I hope you enjoy this video. Now the reason why I'm making this video instead of a Let's Go one is because Let's Go is coming out in like a month as I'm releasing this. And I've just played Platinum, so it's quite suitable for me to do a video about Platinum after I've completed it and to do more Let's Go videos in the future. Anyway, there are a lot of Sinnoh Pokemon that I love, so not all of them could make this list, but these are my 10 favourites, so I hope you enjoy. So number 10 is Gallade. Now, okay, I love Gallade, and I know it's an evolution, but the evolution was revealed in this game, so that's why Gallade is a part of this list, because it still counts. Now, Gallade's stats and its typing is really unique, and I quite like the speediness and the attacking, and also the typing of Psychic and Fighting is a really cool combination. But not only that, there is also a great design right there. I love the design of Gallade. It's so cool, having like the blade arms and like the name as well. I just feel like this Pokemon is definitely a potential for being a favourite, and it's just really cool in my opinion. Moving on to number 9, my 9th favourite Sinnoh Pokemon is Palkia. Now, I know it's a legendary and maybe not everybody likes Palkia, but Palkia isn't my first choice when I go to a legendary, or in fact the Sinnoh legendaries. It's not my favourite out of the 3, but it's still got a cool design. But that's not really why it's on this list. The reason why it's on this list is for 2 reasons. Firstly, its typing. Water Dragon type is very overlooked because it sounds very generic. When you think about it, a Water Dragon is pretty cool. The other reason is because of the whole concept of the space kind of thing, and I like space and learning about it, and to have a Pokemon that made space in a way is really cool, and to have that cool background. But the third reason why I really like Palkia is because I got a shiny Palkia in less than about under 50 soft resets. I'm not quite sure how many there were, but under 50 soft resets on Pokemon Ultra Moon, and you can see it there. I'm really happy with that, and I really like Palkia because of the memories and the concept as well. Now number 8 is Luxray, and Luxray is design wise really cool, and it's a very sleek Pokemon. I like its design a lot, and also just the whole thing about it is very cool. I also love the typing of electric type. It's my favourite type, so of course an electric type will be on this list. And I feel like Luxray is one of the coolest electric types in terms of design. But then we move on to its stats, and its stats is very disappointing. The reason why it's on this list is because of its design, and I did use it in Platinum, as you can see. But its stats aren't, or personally mine, wasn't amazing, and it's pretty slow, and I feel like because it can't really do anything competitively is a bit disappointing. But I still love the design, and I also liked using one, so that's why it's on my list. So moving on to number 7, and number 7, well, firstly 7 is my favourite number, so it's a lucky spot on the list, is Lucario. And Lucario is, I think everybody likes Lucario. I don't know somebody who doesn't. I'd like to firstly talk about Lucario's design, because of course it's amazing, and you know that. But moving on to its stats, it's just so great in stats wise, and I love Lucario because it's one of those Pokemon that I can use, and I'm not competitively amazing, but the fact that it's got a great type and amazing stats and stuff, and it has a cool design, as well as a really cute pre-evolution, is why I enjoy using it so much, because it's a Pokemon that I generally like, a bit like Luxray, but it's got that extra amazing movesets and stats, which is really nice to have that. Also, it has a mega, and I know everybody will say this, but Lucario was my first mega, and I have an excuse. I didn't play X and Y first, I played Sun and Moon first, as a lot of you may know, and the first mega I used wasn't Alakazam as many people would have done in Sun and Moon. I, for some reason, chose Lucario. I think I liked it back then, I still do, but yeah, it's my first mega, which is why it's one of my favourite megas, but it's not my first mega because of X and Y, and I wanted to clarify that. Anyway, I just like Lucario a lot. I think it's such a lovable Pokemon, and it's great in the anime. It's got some great trainers that it's used by, great stats, great design, and overall, I adore Lucario. Okay, so number 6 is Floatzel. And yeah, Floatzel is one of these weird Pokemon that I don't think many people actually remember it exists, and I don't really blame them. But the reason why it's number 6 and quite close to 1 compared to like Lucario is because I have actually used it on my team a lot more than Lucario. And it's one of those Pokemon that I feel is really cute design-wise, but whilst it isn't like stats-wise a great Pokemon, it has that kind of feeling. It has that more Bond kind of feel. So it's hard to explain, but because I had so much fun using it and because it was really useful, I feel like it's on number 6 because of my memories with it. So that's why Floatzel is number 6. Okay, so number 5 is Garchomp, and Garchomp is like everybody's favourite Sinnoh Pokemon. It's not the reason why it's not number 1 is because I've never used it. Now, you're probably thinking, hang on, how is Pokemon like Palkia like 10th and you've used them, but number 5 is a Pokemon that you've never used? Well, Garchomp design-wise is the best designed Pokemon. Undoubtedly, definitely. I love its design. It's the best. It's got a better design than Sinnoh, to be honest. And its typing as well is great. And the fact that so many people love it and can use it is brilliant. And of course, Cynthia has a Garchomp, and I just feel like Garchomp is a potential favourite Pokemon for me. Like, if Incineroar wasn't my favourite Pokemon, Garchomp probably would be, to be honest. So yeah, that's why Garchomp is at number 5, because Garchomp is brilliant. Who is number 4? It's Dialga, and the reason why I love Dialga is because I kind of have to. Well, firstly, it is actually a really cool Pokemon, and one of the best legendaries. It's one of my favourite legendaries, and whilst it's not the favourite legendary, I still like it. If we're going to talk about stats and typings, I haven't been able to use it competitively yet, but its typing is incredibly useful and incredibly cool. And talking about that design, it's fabulous. But Dialga is got a special place in my heart. I was originally going to play Diamond. I didn't. I played Platinum because Diamond's going to get a remake probably. So the reason why I like it is actually because I got a shiny of it, and you might be thinking, so what? It took me months to get that shiny, ages, and it was full odds, to be honest. It was full odds on Ultra Sun, and it took me forever to get, and getting that in the end was so rewarding. So yeah, Dialga's here because the shiny is amazing, and it took me forever, and I love Dialga. Now we're in the top 3, and number 3 is Giratina. And Giratina is here because actually I do prefer Giratina design-wise over a lot of legendaries. And again, if you're talking about stats and typing, it's got it there. Now the reason why it's here on my list is because I used it in Platinum, and it was really useful. And again, it's really concept-wise amazing. Concept-wise, having the devil is amazing. I love that concept so much, and the storyline and stuff is amazing. design-wise, one of the best designed legendaries. Probably, in terms of design-wise, probably one of the best. And I also have a shiny of it as well, and that took mediocre amount of time to take, but it's still a great shiny, and I'm happy that I got it. And I've used that shiny, which is the same name as my platinum one. The platinum one's named after my ultra moon one. And it's pretty bulky, and it saved me in some situations. So because it saved me in situations, I love the shiny and it's a great concept. That's why it's number 3. The runner-up spot for my favourite Sinnoh Pokemon is Staraptor. If you asked me about, not 6 months ago, because I started playing Platinum in January, last year if you asked me, or maybe back then, whatever. If you asked me ages ago what I thought of Staraptor, like last year, I would have said it's a normal flying type. I don't like it, because if you didn't know, normal is my least favourite type. Normal flying is such a boring type. But, I have used Staraptor since then, and my god, it's brilliant. Design-wise, yeah, it's stats, yeah, you know, it's great. But I have a great memory of it, and I mean, it was only last week, so... but I was battling Cynthia for like the 50th time or whatever, because it's so hard, and I was down to my last Pokemon, which is Staraptor, and yeah, I tried to kill the Roserade, which was Cynthia's last Pokemon, with Houndoom, didn't work, and Staraptor was my last member, and it outsped and killed and saved me the battle. So because of that memory, and because Staraptor saved me then, and it's still a great Pokemon competitively, that's why it's my second favourite Sinnoh Pokemon. And my favourite Sinnoh Pokemon is Torterra. Now, if you were going to want my opinion on Torterra, you can watch my grass starter video. Yeah, what a great plug. But it really has changed, and I probably need to redo that video, because I have really changed my opinion on Torterra, and I adore Torterra now. Like, if you asked me back then, it would have been like, it's okay. Now though, Torterra is so amazing, and it's one of my favourite starter Pokemon. I love it so much. I used it in Platinum, and it was so amazing, so helpful, so brilliant. I grew a huge bond to it, and I changed it. Well, I didn't change it over to Ultra Moon. I bred for another Torterra and trained up in Ultra Moon, and that's really useful. I've won battles because of it, and it's just that strong bond and the potentiality and everything like that. I love it, and dare I say it, it's equal to Incineroar in my love. Because, well, not equal, I love Incineroar more, but it's somewhat of the Sinnoh equivalent to Incineroar for me, because I love it so much, and it's definitely on my top 10 favourite Pokemon, and it will always be one of my favourite Pokemon, because it's so lovely, and that bond is the reason why it's at number 1. So that was my top 10 Sinnoh Pokemon list. Now it's probably going to change over the next year or whatever. I've also noticed that there's also a typo. It's Pokemon, not Pokemon. I don't know why it says that. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope to do more Sinnoh videos in the future. And I'm now, because I played the game, pretty excited for Sinnoh Remake. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. List down your top 10 Sinnoh Pokemon. List down below, and make sure you spell Pokemon right. Anyway, I'll see you later. Goodbye.